Now, selling a property can be both a time-consuming and heart-wrenching experience, particularly if you're not thoroughly prepared. Well, here to help us negotiate the experience, we have Dr. Judith Summer, who is a property expert, a property developer, the writer of a very, very successful blog, and has 10 years' experience of property, particularly in the St John's Wood area. You're also a non-practicing solicitor, I believe, Judith. It's quite an impressive CV. Welcome back.
Thank you very much.
It's lovely to welcome you back. It was a very popular feature from before, so we wanted now to ask you a few questions regarding more of the selling experience. So first of all, selling in London. Is it, because it's such a hot market, is it easy to sell houses in London? What's the reality?
The reality is supply is much smaller than demand. For the mega properties, the ones over 1.5 million plus, it's much harder to sell those at the moment because the increased stamp duty has made a big difference. Stamp duty was increased for properties in that range from the 4th of December 2014, and it's having a real effect on that market. You might say, well, if someone's got a £5 million property, surely they can afford the extra 160,000 odd that they need. No, they can't. And that's having an effect on that big end of the market. On the smaller value properties, yeah, there's a lot of demand. There's a lot of competition. I understand that properties have gone up over the last year. The price is approximately 8.7% recently, which is much better than putting your money in a bank.
Absolutely. It's still, the best form of protecting your future with a possible pension, isn't it? So how would you go about, or how would I go about, selling a house successfully in London?
Okay, there are 3 things you need to do to get ready for sale. Firstly, get your property ready for sale. Secondly, appoint the right estate agents. And thirdly, get yourself ready for your conveyancing. So the first point, get your property ready. What do you need to do? Tidy, clean, declutter. Declutter is probably the most important thing. I don't want to see all your family photos on the mantelpiece. I want to see one little vase, one little clock. I don't want to see your clutter over the kitchen surface. No, that only tells me you haven't got enough kitchen space. I want to see it clear and clean. If you can't store it, then get rid of it or store it off the property, but clear every surface. If there's any maintenance issues in your house that are obvious, a dripping gut or something like that, sort it because they will notice. First impressions count, so is your front garden beautiful? If not, put a couple of little pots in there, it'll look lovely. If there's grubby walls in the hallway, paint the hallway. If you've got little doilies everywhere, it all looks very pretty for you, but may not be everyone's taste. Take them away. Flowery rug, take it away, roll it up, because that's a feature for you, but if everyone's eye is drawn to the rug that they don't like, they may not like your house. So prepare your house. Then you have to choose your agent. How do you choose your agent? Look online and see what other properties are around that are like your own properties and see who's selling them. Choose 2 or 3 agents from that list of people who are selling in your area. Get them all to come round and give quotations and choose one of them. Choose the person you like the most. Don't necessarily choose the person who gives you the highest valuation, because what can happen is you put that property on the market at the high valuation, no one wants it. 2 weeks later they say, oh, actually, we need to reduce the price. Well, you might as well have gone with the person you preferred who had the right price in the first place. You should find out the right price yourself by doing your own research online to see what's selling at what sort of price. And then the third thing I said was get your conveyancing ready to be in order. What do I mean by that? I mean appoint your solicitor. So that's not a stumbling block. Get together any documents you might need. If you're in a flat, you'll need maintenance documents from the management company. You need management accounts. If you've got some deeds, you've got guarantees for any work done, you'll need all that. So get it all ready, because you don't want it to be a rush later on.
Okay, let's say you've got to the point where you've been made an offer. Should you take your house off the market if that's the case, or do you allow yourself to be swayed by a better offer?
Okay, if you have been someone's offered to buy your house and you've decided to accept it, then it should be the offer that you're prepared to accept. Now, I would suggest you don't accept any offer until you find out from the estate agent that there's literally no one else around who might want to buy it. So you find out from the estate agent the names of all the people who've come to view the house and what their answers were. If he doesn't know, you make the estate agent ring that person and find out if they want that house, or if they're going to bid, or if they're not going to bid, or if they're going to bid higher. So you know for certain at that particular point in time there was no one else who's going to bid at that level other than the person who's bidding at that level. That's how to do it.
Okay, so that way I suppose it keeps your morals intact as well as getting a good price for your house.
Yes, you're less likely to get someone else coming in who wants to buy at a higher price.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
There we go, some more excellent advice from Dr. Judith Summer, our property expert from St John's Wood, on what you can do when you're selling a house in London.